Well, that's slightly annoying. So today on Project 380, I'm going to be replacing the license plate brackets. Funny story about these light brackets, 5 minutes before my MOT, I did think these lights were absolutely fine. But one of my co-workers poked it, said, that looks wonky, and the light just went inside the car. So these have been held in with a little bit of tape and a bit of blue tack that I frantically put on 5 minutes before the MOT. And now it's really time to sort this issue out. So this video is going to be specific to the English Mark 1. We know this is English because the license plate lights are in this rear panel and they're at the top, whereas the imports would be at the side here, and the Mark 2 are actually in the boot. So to gain access to these light brackets, this whole panel has to come out. Some people call this the finish panel, some people call it the plate panel. Call it whatever you like, it needs to come out. So to start things off, we need to get the license plate off, as there are actually a couple of bolts behind there. If your license plate is screwed on, unscrew the license plate. If you've stuck it down with sticky pads, good luck getting that off. Something is probably gonna break. Luckily for me, mine is quick to remove. Now ask me how I know that the sticky stuff is definitely gonna break something. With the license plate out of the way, you can actually see 2 screw holes here and here. I'm gonna leave them in for the minute, but next, the lights need to come out. To do that, we need to go in the boot. Now, usually in the boot, you'd have to remove a bit of carpet here and a bit of carpet covering the battery up. Mine are missing, so they're already out. So now we have to remove this bit of carpet here, and that's just held on with a few brittle pop clips. Then we can remove the lights. Those new gaskets seem to be holding up pretty well, and the light isn't damp anymore. With the lights and the license plate out of the way, it's now time to remove this finish panel. And this is going to go one of 2 ways. Either it's going to come out easily without a fight, or something's going to break. And by the looks of this bolt here, which someone's already played with, I've got a feeling it's gonna break. But to get this panel off, you've got 4 plastic screw poppers here, 2 or 3 screws here, a nut either side, 1 there, and 1 there, and there's 1 more either side tucked away right up here. And then the rest is held on with plastic poppers. So you will have to grab this panel and pull it away, hopefully not breaking anything, and the poppers should come with it. Well, this part of this light bracket just fell out of the bumper. As you can see, it's pretty rusty and it's missing a great big chunk down here. Now, what's the betting this panel doesn't come out easily? So on the back, you can see the lights with half of the light brackets left and a little bit of blue tack. So I think I'm going to take these lights completely out of this finish panel and try and remove them really rusty screws. The finish panel definitely removed easier than I thought, but this 3rd bolt hole here, which I thought was a bolt hole, is actually a plastic popper which is stuck in the chassis. So I need to remove that and put that back in the finish panel, and it turns out the other 2 plastic poppers either side are broken and stuck in the chassis. So that did make the finish panel a little easier to remove because it's already been removed before and already broken. But for now, I'm just going to be replacing these broken brackets, making sure the lights stay in place. I think I'm going to get tetanus. Well, I can't use a screwdriver as the screws have rusted away, so I've resorted to a pair of pliers. With all that out of the way and the old rusty brackets off, it's time to replace them with some nice new ones. Now, Mazda don't actually make this part anymore, but luckily IL Motorsports do. I managed to purchase these from MX5 parts. I'll leave the link in the description down below. Now that looks a lot better. But before installing this, I really think this deserves a bit of a clean. This is the only time you're going to be able to clean this, so you might as well. Now installing these is the complete reverse, but with a lot less rust. To remove the plate lights, you can undo this connector and simply pull the wire and the grommet through the car. If your screws are still in the rear light, you might still have these plastic tabs stuck there. So undo the screws and pop this plastic part in the new brackets. They simply push into the new bracket. Why not treat yourself to some nice LED bulbs while the bulb holders are out? That's better. No more dangling lights. So that's the license plate lights all fixed and secure. Yet another small step into making this a better car. If this video helped you replace your license plate light brackets, or just helped you remove this finish panel, let me know in the comments down below. As usual, leave this video a like, subscribe if you're new, and thank you for watching. I think I'm going to get tetanus.